Hey, BookTube. Um, a truck. I believe it's a fire truck, or maybe an ambulance, pulled up out front just as I was recording, and so all the dogs in the neighborhood are a little upset. Merry Christmas Eve. I wanted to just give a little rundown of what I've read because I have a feeling. Gizmo, knock it off. I have a feeling I'm going to be having some books tomorrow. There might be a Christmas book haul coming. Zoe too. Okay, so first off, I finished Back to the Stone Age by Edgar Rice Burroughs, which is the fourth Pellucidar book, I believe. And it was good. Um, a couple things about it, real quick, was that first, um, the character that it's about is a character from the book before, Tarzan at the Earth's Core, but he wasn't a character that anyone really gave a crap about. He was like a throwaway character. He got lost. They got separated when they got attacked, and then you just never heard about him again. Um, what? Come on. Say Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. Do not stop the thing. Okay, there we go. Do you guys want to go outside? Unbelievable. They've been sitting down for like an hour, completely minding their own business. So that was kind of weird about the guy. He ended up being a pretty cool character. One of the things that was different about this book was normally by like the third chapter in any Burroughs book that I've read so far, the hero will come across whatever chick he's going to come across and start their whole thing where he really likes her, but she thinks he's an idiot. And da 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 da. Like just the whole little romance thing. But this book went against convention, and we didn't meet this girl until like the seventh or eighth or ninth chapter, I think. And as much as you would think that would make for a better book, that it wasn't as formulaic, it almost felt lacking because it didn't follow that formula, if you get what I mean. But right off the bat, the main character and this other dude were like paralyzed in a nest of these creatures, and the creatures' eggs would hatch and they would like crawl out and eat one of the people there, kind of thing. So they were like paralyzed as food for the creatures and stuff. So I mean, there was definitely some cool stuff, but this book was like, they go somewhere, they get captured, they're slaves. He figures a way out. They go somewhere else, they get captured by a different tribe, they become slaves. They get out. They go somewhere else, they get captured, they become slaves. It was like the exact same thing happened each time. And I'm not saying that the book wasn't interesting, it wasn't exciting. I'm not saying that at all, because it was. But for a book that tried to go against the standard formula that he had used all these years, it seemed like it was very formulaic. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, it's just, it was a weird feeling. I feel like, and here's another thing. with the exception of like the last half of the last chapter, this book could have been any fantasy story. And then they just throw in the word Pellucidar. Because in every single one of these books, they meet all of these different tribes of people and countries of people that no one's ever heard of before. So it's almost like you are getting a story that is a man in a place he doesn't know kind of thing. I know there's a better word for that, but I'm blanking on it right now. Which is fine, but like with David Ennis or whatever his last name is, the Emperor Pellucidar, like his first story was great, and his second story was great when he had learned a bunch about Pellucidar and then went to conquer it, kind of thing. And he was barely in the third book, and again in this book he was in it for about oh wait, no, maybe this is the fifth book. Yeah, this is the fifth book. Because there was Tanner Pellucidar, that's the third book, and Tarzan at the Earth's Core is the fourth book, and this is the fifth book. That makes more sense. So in the last three books, David has barely been in the books, which is fine if that's how you want to go. And I think I had the same problem with John Carter, that I wanted to grow with the character. Like, you get to know a character and you want to grow with them. You know, you want to see their trials and tribulations and all that other stuff, their rises and falls from grace, instead of just having like a fish out of water story each time. So there was that. And I don't know what I'm going to read next. I still have Tarzan versus Nazis. I mean, Tarzan the Untamed. But I think Tarzan versus Nazis is much cooler. So I'm going to keep calling it that. I got some stickers at the grocery store last night, and a bag of jelly beans. And the guy at the store was like, what did he say? He's like, oh, stocking stuffers, huh? And I'm like, yeah. But they were just for me. I got stocking stuffers tonight and a flap because I had to do it while Zoe was on lunch. It was a nightmare. So I don't know what I'm going to read next because, oh, hey, Bert, because I'm getting, I'm going to be opening book-shaped presents in the morning. So, but I did finish all my comics. So this Red Hood and the Outlaws, it was good. They were with the Suicide Squad, and they had to go to the Arctic. I'm trying to find a good. I think I showed this. Like, see, there's like just that obelisk there. That's like a door that Bizarro made, because Bizarro's super smart now. And Artemis and Harley Quinn had such a hysterical relationship, and oh my gosh, tell me you do not want to read Swamp Thing Winter Special. I do. But anyway, so at the end of the day, it's like, this was a cool story, and I'm glad I read it. But it was one of those, like, filler issues. Like, the shit is that Bizarro knows he's not going to be smart forever. And the way he talks about it when he's by himself is that something really bad's going to happen once that happens. Red Hood and Artemis have like a strange feeling something's gonna happen. I just want to hurry up and get to that. Like, all this has been really good and fun, but this team, and then the crazy thing is, Red Hood even asked uh Killer Croc about Roy, who was Arsenal, or who is Arsenal on the Titans, and Starfire. So, like, it was neat to have him talk about them. Because, like, that hasn't happened in a while. So, I don't know. It's just. And I guess. I don't know what continuity is what, but I thought Killer Croc killed Jason Todd's family. I think that's where Killer Croc came from originally. But I don't know if that's in this continuity or not. Because I was like, wow, they're just like talking, like everything's cool. Anyway, Gotham City Garage. This is getting really good. And it's like so hard to get into. I mean, this is the 5th issue. And these were already out. They released them online. But basically, Lex Luthor is like the leader and a religious leader. But yeah, so Lex Luthor is like the head of this dome in the middle of the desert. And Batman is his, like, police dude kind of thing. In the first issue, Batman kills Gordon, and Barbara Gordon and Supergirl, before she knew she was super, are his daughters. And everyone thought that Supergirl killed Gordon. And Barbara Gordon was on the police force as well with Batman. And she found the footage of Batman actually killing James Gordon. So yeah, so it's good. Manslaughter, this is the end of it. I'm done buying Batgirl and the Birds of Prey. It got really, it was good, and then it got really, really cringy. And then there's like this one panel that has nothing to do with anything, and it kind of irritated me a little bit. But I just, like, you know, like Return of the King, like, it should have ended way before, not the book, the movie. Like, they could have ended that movie like 8 or 9 times before they finally did. That's what this story was. But the manslaughter story was super cool. It was about the daughters of Gotham who made this virus that kills all the men of Gotham. And it was really good. I just wasn't thrilled with the last couple pages. The second issue of Moon Knight with Max Bemis writing was really good. The artwork is still amazing. Like, look at this. What's going on there? Holy macaroni. And you get to see Moon Knight kind of lose his crap and get one of his other personalities out. He's like, he like rolls his mask up and takes off the hood, and he's Jake. And he's like, oh man, it's been too long. And then he just like goes like ballistic on this dude. Super cool. The artwork in this is really, really good. I really like it. So yeah, this was good. I really wanted to see this in this issue, which is basically, oh, that's a horrible light right there. Moon Knight versus Sun King. That's what I've been waiting for. So, that's coming. So, that'll be good. And then, Spider-Man. And reading these, like, just showed me how much I've missed Spider-Man. This is Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man. This cover, this, like, Norman Rockwell-esque cover is so good. And everyone is like, there were people who even said the first couple pages were kind of like horrible, and I didn't think so. I thought every single thing in here was great. The artwork I think is kind of shit, but there's just, I wish someone could tell me, was it Todd McFarlane doing Spawn that turned everyone into like, I'm gonna draw characters my way, or Todd McFarlane doing Spider-Man? Like, where was it when they're like, I guess it would be Frank Miller with Batman Year One or something. Or was Dark Knight Returns first? I don't know. I just don't understand why artists take so many liberties with stuff, because it's like it almost is never good. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's okay, but most of the time it's just like crap. I don't know. Anyway, this book was written amazingly. Like, the conflict, the conversation between the two of them, not the big twist, but like the thing that happens, and then how J. Jonah Jameson reacts to it was just like everything in this was really, really good. But it really made me miss Spider-Man. Like, fuck, I used to collect Spider-Man like hard. Like with Web of Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man. But this was really good. This one, let me show you what the cover looks like. This is what the cover looks like. And then I have the variant cover with him in handcuffs. This one was cool. It was like action-packed. But I didn't think it was nearly as strong as that one. But the thing that this one did that comics kind of don't do anymore, and I wish they would, is whenever they refer to something, there's like a little editorial box that says what comic that was in, and they used to always do it. Like Stan Lee Marvel always did that. Like, if anyone ever referenced anything, like, no matter how stupid, like someone got an ice cream cone in issue 27, you know, like, so anyway, so yeah, this was good though. It was good. It left you wanting more, and like, okay, I think it already came out, so I'm just gonna say it. At the end of this, Peter turns himself in to save Aunt May, And I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. And then, like, it says, don't miss the next issue. It's got Black Panther maybe beating up Spider-Man. It's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, I want to know what the continuation from this story is going to be. And having a cover with Black Panther on it is cool. Like, Black Panther is a cool fucking character, but I don't understand why that is the cover. I don't know. I just want to know what's going on. But anyway, so I guess that's it. That's what I've read. I'm just really glad I'm reading the comics that I'm reading. I think I know we were talking about this before, but for most of the titles, I'm just gonna do trades now, because the continuity doesn't really even matter between books. So I just got super excited collecting all the different books I was collecting, but there's only a couple that I've been like really enjoying like every issue of. So I'm gonna keep on this Spider-Man run and Moon Knight just because I don't know how Marvel does trades anymore. I know how DC does it, and I love how DC does it, but I don't know if Marvel does it the same way. So I'm gonna stick with Spectacular Spider-Man. Oh my gosh! In March, it's Dan Slott's last Spider-Man run, and it has like Green Goblin with it. It's like his last story arc, so I really want that. Like that's gonna be pretty fucking cool. But yeah, Batman, maybe Detective Comics. The art is so distracting in Detective Comics. I know that might sound petty, but like, it's just really distracting. Oh, and remember how I was saying how the Harley Quinn art is really bad? Um, the I think they have a new artist now, and it looks great. I saw some panels from the last issue, and everyone looked great. They didn't have that weird scoop face. So I don't know. I'm not that into the other characters in the story to care at this moment. So just waiting for Joelle Jones to go back to Batman. Oh, I think there's like one more issue before the next Joelle Jones Batman. So good. Anyway, I've had a long day. I went down the mountain, came back. So I'm gonna call it. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful Christmas tomorrow. And I hope you guys put stuff out for Santa Claus tonight, so you could feed him and feed his reindeer some carrots. And then tell him to get off your dang roof. So, Merry Christmas, everybody.